Hello, my autistic curlies and naturalistas. Welcome or welcome back. I'm your random granny. I'm autistic, I'm ADHD, and my hyperfocus is bonding with my natural hair. Her name is Cassandra, and if you're a Doctor Who fan, you'll know why I chose that particular name. So I've always struggled with my hair, and I still do, but not for the traditional reasons like, dealing with shrinkage or detangling, wrestling with texture and curl pattern, hair product debacles, got to get to that bra strap length, wash days take too long, and the traditional I just hate my hair. While all that is probably true for me too, it's just really all about executive dysfunctioning for me. The planning, decision making, the follow through, impulse control, emotional regulation, rigid one way thinking. How do I stay focused? How do I make myself care about self care? But for now, I feel, I guess, fairly successful. So for 60 years, I've used relaxers, jerry curls, many other various chemicals. I've had fake braids. I've used color unsuccessfully. But mostly, I just didn't care about my hair. My main focus was, trying to hold on to a job. When I decided to stop using chemicals on my hair, I naturally moved to hot combs, curling irons, flat irons, and, I used them every day, sometimes twice a day. And, I wouldn't put heat, what is that stuff called? Heat protectant. I never used any of that. I just, put that hot comb on there on dry hair and I'd fry it, and I try to force my dry, brittle hair into some kind of fake submission, but it was literally breaking off inch by inch. I also never understood why I constantly like twirled my hair, plucked patches of hair out of my scalp, my eyebrows, my eyelashes. I didn't know I was autistic, until just recently. And so finding out that being autistic has pretty much changed my world because now I pay attention to different things. And so when I decided to stop hot combing and silk pressing my hair 4 years ago, that's when I encountered my first problems. How was I supposed to detangle this messy bird's nest on my head? I had breakage. It was dry. It was brittle. I was losing handfuls of hair every day. I had severe heat damage. I'd never, look, I had never even heard of heat damage. I'm like, what the heck is that? But it explained the confusion as to why my hair was so wavy when I expected thick and kinky hair. My hair was tangled, it was knotted up, it was frizzy, it was dry and impossible to manage. But I was not going to go back to flat ironing. Us autistics, we make a decision, we stick to it. I didn't have the proper combs. I had fine tooth combs because I had worn straight hair my whole life. I didn't own a detangling brush. I didn't even know there was such a thing. And, my hair looked like ass. And I'm grateful I wasn't working at the time, or since. That's a story for another day. But yeah, I've been messing with and learning about my natural hair now for about 4 years. The for me, I want to discuss, not necessarily being tender-headed, but I have no patience and, eruptions of anger when things aren't going my way. I find myself ripping and snatching and tearing my hair out from my head, causing myself extreme pain and a sore scalp and more anger, but I kept doing it. You know, I I talk about impacts and challenges that our hair can have on our self-esteem, and our daily routines. My self-esteem plummeted. I was embarrassed at how my hair looked, so I would cover it up with hats, beanies, or scarves. I felt like I looked disheveled and homeless, honestly. I felt like a mental patient left in a corner of an alleyway to, deteriorate. And I became like this mad woman trying to figure it all out. Something had to click and something had to make sense. It was taking me literally all day to do my hair, and I still wasn't getting the results that I wanted. And for me, YouTube was a nightmare. First of all, I fell victim and believed that wash days, like as an all day into the night, were normal. I fell into every single idea or solution I came across. That was catastrophic because, I spent so much money and still had no solution. So, that was a problem. One of the things that I did pick up on right away, though, was, how important it is to be gentle with my hair and to, not tug on it so much and be so mean and rude, actually, to my hair. And it's important to stay focused, patient, and gentle. But, you know, being brutally honest, I still struggle, with the patience part. I'll snatch my hair out in a minute during a fit of rage of not getting what I want, or I can't get out a knot, or my hair is tangled at the ends because I need a trim, but I don't want to go get a trim because I don't trust anybody to put their hands in my hair. Or maybe it's taking too long and, I can't get my parts right. It doesn't matter what it is that, all of a sudden I'm just over it. And then the next thing I'm abusing my hair. And so I kind of want to share some unorthodox techniques that I enjoy while I'm doing my hair. And I say unorthodox because it's not like the typical techniques or tips that I think you might be expecting. First of all, I don't feel comfortable talking necessarily about best practices for kinky hair types. I know nothing about 4C hair or type 4 hair, but I know you must be gentle. And I truly believe that all hair has its pros and cons. And so take any of this information with a grain of salt that I'm about to give you. And, all hair is good hair, right? That's the way I was raised. One of the first things that I do before I start detangling my hair, if you wear glasses, put on old ones because the hair product and grease will destroy your frames and like eat the coating off of, the arms of your glasses. And it also really deteriorates any specialty coatings and stuff like that that you have on your lenses. So I always do my hair from start to finish wearing old glasses. Put your good ones away. And another thing that I do or that I have done is find tools that your hair loves. And I've gone through a lot of tools, but it's kind of worth it. But be mindful what type of hair you have and what kind of tool might work best for you. But above all, be gentle and patient and loving, and your hair will respond. And I will say, no matter what kind of tool you use, you need a wide tooth comb and you need a really good detangling brush and one that's flexible. And if it's not flexible, one that's comfortable to your scalp and one that's comfortable to, you know, hold on to, depending on, the size of your hands. I have these big, huge, massive hands, and so I need larger tools. So keep that in mind too. It's future me here talking about the detangling tools. And I just wanted to give you a little flavor of what it's like to try to, figure out what the right tool for you is going to be because it's going to be a process. And I'll explain why. I'm going to go through my combs first. And I got quite a few of them here. And so let's see. This one I use quite often, and I love this one. So this is definitely a yes. And I've actually had this comb for like, I don't know, 25 years maybe. So, it works. I've also had this one for quite a while, probably 20, 25 years as well. This is good for certain things, like when I need to get my roots, really good. If I'm going to do a twist out or something like that, I might use this, but I don't use it often anymore. I mostly use this one. And I do have a new comb that I love just as much. And you saw me use it, you're seeing me use it in this video. And that is this one. I really love this comb. And I like that I can get tangles out with it and I can also part with it. So this is fast becoming my favorite comb. And I got like I don't know, a 4-pack. So I got like 2 black ones and 2 tan ones. And so I really love these. This does not work for me unless I'm using it to part from the old days. This I thought I needed. I don't know if you can see that, to no, no. This 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 is not for me. This is not for me. This is for relaxed hair, maybe. I don't know, maybe. I got this one because I thought I was really smart, and I thought, oh, it's got this little moving thing in there, and I thought it would like smooth my roots down. No, makes them even frizzier. Worst thing I ever bought. The wood combs. Thought that was a good idea. No. Picks. I used them for a while when I used to wear wash and goes. I used to wear my hair out. But I thought to myself, why am I working so hard to keep my roots under control, and then I'm going to like pick them and frizz them up? So, I don't use these anymore. And my 3-row comb, I love this comb. This is the comb that I use when I'm doing my twists or doing any type of refreshes. And so I love this comb. So these are the 3 combs that I use in tandem. And I love these. Okay, now on to brushes. Holy smokes. I'm going to go in order of how I got these brushes because I was very influenced by YouTube University and listening to all of those, girls trying to figure out their hair, and didn't know how to do their hair either, blind leading the blind. But the first brush that I bought that I still like it is this one, the Tangle Teaser. It's good. I still use it every now and then because I like that it's solid on the inside. So if I need my hair to be smooth, this does a pretty good job. So I still use this one, but not very much because the teeth tend to like start, fraying out and stuff like that and snagging. And so I don't like that. The Denman brush, biggest piece of shit on the market. This is not a detangling brush. This is a styling brush. And I'm going to say it's not a styling brush for, people like us. This does not work for my hair. This was a waste of money. This one made me angry. And it jerks and yanks and pulls my hair out. No. The next one I bought was this one. And it works pretty good. I like it. Except the handle's too short and I have these big, huge hands. And so, yeah, no. Then I bought this brush, soft on one side, stiff on the other. Back when I thought, doing edges was just the thing. And if you have natural hair, you have to do edges. I'm not an edges kind of girl. It's just, I don't care like that. So, no. Then, now, the last 2 are my favorite brushes, favorite detangling tools. And this is one of my favorites. This is a Crave. And I found this one on Amazon and it was really affordable. It was like, I don't know, $7. And so we like that. And so I really like it. And it's very flexible and very soft on your hair, especially if you have a tender scalp. I used to sell my husband's hair. He's Italian and he still has really long hair, like down his back. And he's very tender headed and he loves this brush. And so this stays in my stash. My new favorite brush is my Unbrush. And I just got this one off of Amazon. I don't know a whole lot about the Unbrush. I just happened to be looking for something different and I came across this one and I thought, ooh, I really like that. And I wish the handle was a little bit longer because I have big hands, but I really like this one. So I wanted to jump in here real quick and show you all of those to let you know that finding the right tools for your hair is a process. But once you get it down and once you figure it out, easy peasy from there. So anyway, back to the video. This other technique is huge. I no longer wear my hair out. I don't do wash and goes. My autism definitely doesn't like my hair just running wild and reckless and being all over the place. And so I don't add hair. I wear my own hair 100%. I always install medium to large size twists. Then I keep those twists protected under a satin-lined beanie. But that hat stays on my head. You guys have seen it forever. And I moisturize every 4 to 5 days. And then I keep my style 3 to 4 weeks. That way I'm not constantly in my hair, which is the one thing I don't want to be doing anyway. When I detangle, I take down section by section and I detangle one section at a time. So I typically, have like 4 sections in my head that, I'm visually or mentally working with. And another technique that I have that's unorthodox is, depending on my mood, I might just detangle my hair and then stop right there, and then maybe wash my hair the next day, and then maybe, do part of my twist. Yeah, I'll do it in sections, and I'll do it over the course of a few days, depending on my mood and depending on if my executive functioning is functioning or if it's dysfunctioning. So if I'm really struggling with the whole hair process, I'll detangle on day 1, shampoo and stage my hair on day 2, and then on day 3, I set my twists with gel. And yes, it involves taking down the twists I did the previous day, but for me, it's worth it. In my mind, it doesn't feel like I'm doing my twist twice. It feels like I'm setting my hair up for success to last for 3 to 4 weeks. See what I mean? Another effective technique that I use is time. You can't get around this one. Detangling your hair properly will take time and care, and give yourself plenty of it. Don't squeeze detangling in between other commitments. That's a recipe for disaster. Spend quality time to self-care your curls, coils, and your kinks. And for me, to help with the time part of detangling while doing my hair, I love to watch hair content, autistic vlogs, and this black guy named Eric, Eryk, is one of my new favorites. I love his voice as he talks through his chronic illnesses and neurodiversity, so I really enjoy him. I also like to watch sci-fi movies or series, and I enjoy watching videos that showcase philosophical perspectives and concepts because, I'm a nerd. Okay, so now let's talk about setting up our comfy space and how we can create a positive hair care routine that's, simple and maybe not fun, but, something that we can do without a whole lot of pain inflicted upon ourselves. One of the first things I decided to do when establishing my comfy space to do my hair is establishing a calm and comfortable environment in my favorite spot, which is in my studio. And a lot of times, if I'm just detangling, I like to sit with lowered lights or no lights at all, and maybe sit in front of a window for natural light. And I love to sit on the floor, so you'll always see me sitting on the floor because it's comfortable for me. And then I like to find a favorite series or movie to watch that doesn't involve cleaning my hands a bunch and stuff like that, sticky hands to fiddle and touch around with the remote. I really hate doing that. So I always like to put on something I know I'm not going to have to touch, for an hour or so. I also like to light candles or use my scent warmer for relaxing smells throughout my room. I really, really enjoy that. I light candles every day. I also use wristbands to help with the sensitivities and aversions that I have to water or liquid. I don't like it running down my wrists specifically, or down my forearms. If the water's not supposed to be there, I don't like it. So, Another thing I do when setting up a comfy space or a routine is I encourage myself to stay self-compassionate and celebrate my progress, that I'm making. And I make sure that I'm always kind to myself and my hair. I don't always I'm not always successful at that. because I have my little meltdowns and my little hissy fits, but I try. And one of the things that I really find that I relish a lot is just finding and appreciating, you know, the small wins, because the small wins help me build confidence and acceptance into whatever it is I'm working on. And so, with all of that said, yeah, I still struggle. I have meltdowns and shutdowns. I get frustrated or just want to ignore my hair like I used to. But that's how my autism works. And, if your autism works like that for you too, don't let it discourage you. It's you. And just know that whatever response you're having to your routine is your response. And that's okay. I learned that hair care, while simple, still might need to change or evolve over time depending on, situations and circumstances. And I actually really enjoy that part of it. My routine is always evolving and always becoming more um I'm struggling with words today. I know it doesn't sound like it, but my brain is just all over the place. Ugh, what was I saying? See, you guys, I'm telling you, my head's all over the place. But anyway, over time, my routine has changed, and I enjoy that part of it because I like being more efficient, and I like finding new ways of doing things, and I like to work smart, not hard. And I also, once again, want to emphasize the importance of self acceptance and embracing individuality. I think we as autistics are pretty good at that, but I think we need to do more for ourselves. And we need to embrace our hair and love the idea that we are individually unique, just like every single curl on our head. Love your curls, your coils, and your kinks because they love you. Embrace the mindset that our hair is unique. No matter our hair texture, we all have some sort of mixture of waves, curls, coils, and kinks anyway. So, each hair on our head is as individual as we are within the autistic community. And I don't know, I think that's, pretty badass. And then I want to talk a little bit about being empowered by your authentic self, and to make sure you put in front of your mind to honor your sensory experiences. Celebrate the richness of your sensory world. It's a unique part of who you are, and create an environment that supports your sensory needs and go all out. I love sitting on the floor. My studio is just the way I want it to be. I've got my candles, my good smelly things, and I've got everything that I love. My chair, my teddy bear, everything is here with me, and I love that, and I'll never apologize for that. Even at the age of 64. Wait, I just turned 65, you guys. Boo. But even at the age of 65, I still embrace the love I have for my stuffed animals, and they are also here with me. Your sensory self care as an essential part of well being is important for you. And your sensory experiences offer you insights and wisdom that nobody else can have. That's yours. And how cool is that? And then, lastly, honor, respect, and love your hair and your sensory preferences always. Your hair has the most beautiful texture because you are the most beautiful. You have received everything you have from your ancestors, and they're proud of you. Touch your hair and get to know her and love her. She loves you, and it might be tough love from her part of it, but you know what? She's telling you what she loves, so, give her what she wants. Anyway, once again, this is way longer than I had planned. But I hope you enjoyed spending time with me and picked up a few little tidbits that you might be able to use and incorporate. And you guys know I always enjoy spending time with you. And I hope you feel encouraged and supported and ready for success in detangling your hair. And I want you to just enjoy your hair, enjoy the process, Enjoy the routine that you're going to be putting together for yourself and for your hair. Please enjoy the rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video.